The month of hamster wheel?
Yes. I think we had like 292 hours of hamster wheel, just like episode 292 of the Cultra Trail Running Podcast.
From the belly of the Beast Coast, Glastonbury, Connecticut, this is the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. We talk about all the fun shit that happens on the trails that most normal people don't care about. The language we use is f***ing explicit and raw like the trails we run on. So don't listen with your kids! Cultra is brought to you by our patrons and supporters, and we are 112% listener supported, and support is good.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. I'm your host, Art Byram, and I am joined tonight by members of the Cultra crew. I have Fred Marolo.
I'm here.
All right, you are.
I am.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah.
Jimmy Mack.
What's good, fam?
How you doing?
Fucking living my best life right now, dude.
Wow. So like I don't even know who to start with here, because like you guys like it's like dual. I wish I had like a dumb. I gotta ask the Magic 8 Ball. Should I start with Jimmy Mack today? And it says
Like prognosis, no.
Cannot predict now. So even the Magic 8 Ball is stumped. That's how much of a conundrum it is tonight. We don't know who to ask first, but Jimmy's on top of Fred right now. On the screens, at least. See, where's Becky when you need her, right?
That's what she said.
So, yeah, thank you. That's what Becky would have said.
And then Becky would giggle. Yeah. Miss you, Becky.
Oh, yeah, we do. So yeah, we had you guys were out doing amazing things, and I like walked over a bridge. So in Glastonbury. So let's start with Jimmy. So Jimmy, what were you up to this weekend?
Oh man, I went down to Georgia. Devil went down to Georgia.
Devil, yeah.
And crewed and paced Bessic, me, Will Hara. It was my best weekend, I think, of 2024. I had so much fun. We laughed. I didn't laugh like this. Like I got ab muscles from laughing now. I'm like, this is really like a good workout. But it was just such a fun experience and a fun time. And those dudes are fucking awesome. And yeah, it was wonderful. And I got to meet a lot of new people. And yeah, it's just that's so I've already said I'm gonna do that as my 100 next year. It is brutal. It is absolute. It's just absolutely. So I paced from like mile 51 to like 81 or something like that. And I ended up with like almost 9,000 feet of vert in that section. I think they say it used to be 33,000. Now it's like, they say it's closer to like 30. I think Bessic ended up with like 28,000 feet of vert. You're either going up,
stomps down. It's not as high for him because he's already starting so high.
Exactly.
Right?
And dude, and my guy was on fire. Like he kept thinking like, Jimmy, I know a low point's coming. I was like, doesn't have to, dude. You can have a magical day. Like you do not have to, the other shoe does not have to drop. Like, and he didn't really have any low points. Like we kept him going. He was awesome, dude. Bessic was just, and we just were rapping the whole time. Like it was a really magical experience. And so I've already decided I'm going to go do that next year.
Very good.
He was like, yeah, you can start throwing tickets, back into Hard Rock or whatever. Cause apparently my tickets from Bighorn from years ago are still good. Apparently he was telling me all this stuff. Ultra running's changed so much. I have not paid attention to this sport in a couple years. I got like a crash course this weekend in ultra stuff, but I was like, I don't care about Hard Rock. Like, I just want to go do it because the aid stations were awesome. The people were awesome. Just Georgia in general. I haven't been to Georgia in a couple years, but like, it was awesome. Like I had so much fun. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Awesome. I'm going to say awesome 50 million times.
No, that's really cool. So, now there were, I guess you knew quite a few people there, or a couple people there. How did it go?
Yeah. So I actually they drove down they left late Wednesday night, like 10 o'clock Wednesday night. They drove down 15 hours straight. So they got there I guess like 1 p.m. Thursday, and the Airbnb I put up. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram. The Airbnb was absolutely insane. Like it's like in a ravine, like it's on the side of a cliff, like this wooden cabin basically with mountains, like and like it's weird be thinking about like Jordan, that's the Appalachians, right? Like the
Yeah.
southern Appalachians. These are like, I think the high point of the race was like 4,200 feet. It's a lot like Vermont, where it's like big climbs, but like no views,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I've run that area, and now so
This
is
is
it anywhere?
Chattahoochee National Forest. And
So is that near Chattanooga at all?
Yeah, it's actually closer to Chattanooga, I think, than it is to Atlanta. It's kind of halfway between Atlanta and Chattanooga.
So were you anywhere near Cloudland Canyons? Or
I think
no?
we were pretty close to all that stuff because that's over in is that in so a lot of the stuff is like, I guess so this company that puts this on is called Dumbass.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Bill Odendahl's Dumbass.
Bill's-
Bill Odendahl's Dumbass has a B in it. This one does not. This one is
Correct.
the Dahlonega Ultra Marathon Association. They run a tight ship. The aid stations were on point, absolutely on point. But yeah, it's beautiful country. Chattahoochee National Forest. The race used to start and end, I think, at Vogel State Park.
Mhm.
And it doesn't anymore. Now it starts and ends at Camp Morganton. But it's like the same trails, whatever. There's been a couple reroutes in the last couple years.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think all those like Amicola, or however you say that, that's near there. That's not far. Chattahoochee National Forest, Chattahoochee Daddies. Shout out to the Chattahoochee Daddies. That's what me, Will, and Bessick were calling ourselves all weekend. Yeah, we were like making up rap songs. We're like Chattahoochee Daddies looking for some baddies. Like we were just had a blast. It was awesome.
Oh my God, smoking on some fatties. Oh my God, that's great. That sounds good. Now now that used to be like Run Bum used to put that on, right? Didn't he?
I don't think so. I think
no.
he puts on about like Cloudland, bunch of stuff around there. Georgia Death Race is right near there.
Okay. I'm thinking Georgia Death Race. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's I think that's at Amicola.
Yep.
That's got the steps. It's got a shit ton of stairs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And waterfalls and all that. This is the Dumbass crew. And did we freeze? Did I freeze?
You froze a little bit there.
Oh, because I'm so cold, baby.
There you go.
So that I got down. So I actually flew down. I had to work Thursday. I didn't want to take off too much. I only wanted to take off a couple days, whatever. I took off Friday and today. So I flew down Friday at like 11:30. I got down there at 2. I got my rental car, got a bite to eat, and I was out to them by like maybe like 6:00 or so. And then saw them at an aid station, and then went back home or went back to the Airbnb and took a nap for a couple hours, maybe like an hour and a half, whatever. And then we thought Bessick was going to come through. I'll save all this for another time.
Because I think so. Just to kind of set the stage for people, I think now the boys are in. They're traveling.
They're driving back right now. They just texted me, Bessick. They left about 10:00 this morning, whatever. So they're driving straight back, and they're going to be back around like 1-2 a.m. whatever.
That sucks. Like when you're traveling and after 100-miler, because you're like, well, I gotta rehydrate and get like my shit together, and then you like drink stuff, and then you're like, fuck, I got to get out of the car and go to the bathroom, and that's like 45 minutes.
Right.
It can be, if it was one of those days,
I'm the type of, I'm like old enough now that like we stop somewhere to like I'll pee and then we'll like eat and do a bunch of shit and I'm like, well, gotta pee again now. Like so yeah.
You never pass up a good bathroom. I hardly bother when I'm running. I hardly pull my pants up anymore. It's just like I might as well just keep them down. Or flies are kind of like I need like a more efficient fly. Because
there you go.
Something.
Well, you've always got your run shorts under as your underwear, right? So
I do. Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. You got like 4 layers before you can actually, whip out the snake and go. So
yeah, it ain't easy, right? Oh my God. So so we're gonna have a couple people on. We're gonna get a group together of people surrounding that race, so for Cruel Jewel we'll have a bunch of people on, talk about it, get into that some more. But
so like I'm on fumes right now. I have only slept I took like a 3-hour nap today, and that was before that I had only slept about 12 hours and about 72. So now I'm rocking on like, oh God, 15 hours of sleep in the last like 85 hours or something like that. I'm literally living on caffeine and vibes right now.
And also you're eating that kimchi or what? What do
Yeah,
you?
I just had dinner, but like these guys watch me eat dinner. I had eggs, I had scrambled eggs, garlic naan, and kimchi for dinner. And I'm having an athletic run wild here.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Dinner of
that's
champions.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's awesome. So that sounds like that was good. Now there was also, before we get to Fred, there's also Massanutten was this weekend, right?
Yeah, it sure
Wow.
was.
So what you hear about that now?
It was only 98 miles according to Tobias's GPS on Strava.
Oh.
Nah, I'm just playing.
Maybe he cut the course.
Tobias did great, and Law Dog was down there. Law Dog did great, and Law Dog overcame some adversity. He had some issues with his hamstrings and or quads or whatever.
There's a
And
rumor
yeah,
that there was
and
dry heaving going on at some point.
dry heaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tobias slashed his leg open. He had to get 9 stitches. There was a bridge right towards the end that I guess there was like, I don't know, a piece of metal or something was sticking out of it and freaking slashed his leg open. I got a gnarly picture. He sent Bessic, and then we were sharing it, and we were like, okay, we were gonna make a meme out of it, but our brains were just like, we kind of collectively couldn't really put together like anything coherent. We were tripping, like literally tripping, because we were all just like caffeine and vibes, just nonstop. It was like,
Gotcha.
Yeah, the finish line of this race was like Grateful Dead Shakedown Street. Like we were just like, it's just like everyone was wasted. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Don't tell me this town ain't got no heart.
Don't tell me Morgantown ain't got no heart. But I just got to say, those little mountain towns up there, Blue Ridge, Blairsville, Morgantown, like that, man, it's just like mountain people and like, and ultra runners and dank vibes.
Awesome. That sounds really good. That sounds great. So you got how far did you pace exactly, you said?
From like 51 to like 81, about 30, 30 wide. I did like almost a 50K.
Okay.
And I got about 9,000 feet of climbing. So I think, and then Bessic ended up with like 106 and like 27, 8,000 feet of climbing. It's not, you're either going up or down the whole time. Here's the thing, it's not technical, it's super runnable. But it's just, you're just going up, like there's like 3.5-mile climbs where you're gaining like 3,000 feet. Like you're doing epic long climbs and then epic long descents. And I just gotta say, Bessic was just so strong, like the whole time. He was so strong. And
he's a strong guy.
Yeah, I think we initially were thinking like 40, 42 hours, and he did 36. So
nice.
He smashed it. Like he freaking wrecked that course. And
what was the cutoff there?
48 hours.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it's hard, dude. It is a hard race. A lot of I think it was like finisher's rate was like 74%. But I mean, because it is such a long, cutoff. I mean, you can literally walk it in the last 20 miles if you have enough of a cushion there or whatever. But
so that's like hard rock.
Right? Yeah, it is a hard rock.
48 hours, 33,000 feet.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's like I don't know. I've heard some people say like Hellbender, Cloud Splitter. There's some other tough East Coast races. We were in agreement that I guess Corey had said Jigger Johnson was probably the hardest East Coast 100. I got to meet Corey Woltering. He's this absolute sweetheart. And I also met Lenny and Lenny's mom, dude.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Got it going on. Huh?
Yeah. He's got it going on. Yeah.
We had a blast.
That's really cool.
We hung out at Corey's Airbnb all day yesterday. We all got a tattoo artist came and tattooed us all. So we all got tattoos. Corey's buddy Kevin, Bessic, and me all got tattoos.
What'd you get?
I got a let me I still got the second skin on it right here, but I'll show it to you guys. It's the Buddhist wheel, the eightfold path here.
Okay, yeah.
That's all the blood underneath so it's all splotchy, but that's all the blood you can kind of see. It's scabbing up pretty nice. Bassett got the Cruel Jewel crown with a 100 under it, and then Corey's buddy Kevin got he did the 50, which is actually more like 58. Or everyone who did the 50 was like, I got 58, 59. So it's more like 100K. Yeah. And there's like 17,000 feet of climbing in that. Like that's brutal as fuck. Like, yeah.
So was the 30 miles that you did, how does that compare to Blue to Blue?
Oh, well, you can't. I mean, it's like apples and oranges. It's like
Yeah.
it's Blue to Blue is just relentlessly technical, right? I'm going to use Ben Nephew's or incessantly technical or whatever. I think he's any Blue Blaze trail I think he's been on. He's just been like, what the hell is this shit? Uh, which Blue to Blue's short punchy climbs, and this had long. This is long sustained. Just almost every runner I saw had poles. It's definitely a trekking. It's definitely a hiker's race. I think if you're a good hiker, if you're a good power hiker,
yeah.
Then again, like a lot of it was like, I don't want to call it douche grade, but like, what's the grade if you're like if it's like a, I think the first climb I did with him at mile 51 is like, I want to say it was like 3.8 miles and it was like almost 4,000 feet. So that's like, I mean, there were some sections where you're like,
that's a lot. That's like,
yeah, it was steep, and there's no switchbacks.
Almost 1,000. You're talking almost 1,000 feet to climb a mile.
Pretty much something like that. Yeah, maybe even more. Yeah,
that's legit. Yeah. I mean, that's as steep as anything that we have here. Yeah. I mean, we have sections that are steeper, but if you took Scaticoke on the AT where Brian has his race, I think that is a mile, and that's like 850 or 900, something like that.
Yeah, is it 1.1 with like almost 1,000 or 950 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's arguably right, right there. So
he used to do that vertical mile race, right, where they would just go balls to the wall from the covered bridge up to the top or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like on.
I just remember running up there because it's a race up to the top and then a race back.
Okay.
I ran up there and I got every once in a while, if I like go too anaerobic or if I go to my lungs too much, I just get a hacking cough. I got up there, and the last person to finish is like the first one to go back down.
Oh,
because they start you in reverse order.
Okay. Wait, do they seed you? Is there like a handicap or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They seed you in the beginning, and then just on he takes a guess, and then you run on the way back. But I got up there, and I was coughing so much up at the top that I had to stop, and like I don't know if I threw up on the run down, but I had to like stop and just like hack up a lung. So
yeah.
But at any rate, so that's a lot of climb. That's a decent amount of climb.
Yeah.
To have for several miles. To have 1 mile like that's certainly not unheard of, but to have like continuous like that is that's pretty good. Yeah,
it was like I forget what it was. It was like maybe 5 miles to the next aid station or something like that. And I think it was like 4,000 feet of climbing in that, because then it kind of like leveled out and we got some good running in. We kind of came down a little bit, whatever. But then it was kind of misting and like raining the whole time. So like a lot of the downhill was like we were skiing, like we were like sliding all over the place because it was pretty steep, and your toes are bunched up at the front and you kind of like are sliding on that. Like it wasn't tacky, you know what I mean? It was like pretty muddy. And then you have these big long descents, whatever, that just kind of, so you really have to pick your spots. Like
it is weird like that, because that's how I found in Colorado was a lot like that. Like you start your run out with like, several thousand feet of climb. And then, you get up to the ridge or whatever, and you're okay for a while. And then you come back. So like going up, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
When is this hill going to end? And then coming back, you're like, fuck, when is this downhill going to end? Because they both, it's a different thing when it's sustained like that,
Yeah.
It kind of gets to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a beautiful course. It's like the views that you do, the views are through the trees, but you're just like, look at these canyon walls. Like it's so steep. Like, it's just such a rugged landscape, but it's all green too. That's the other thing. It was just this green ass tunnel. Oh, I've never seen so much fucking poison ivy in my life either. Like Bessic, I made him buy us a pack of the Technu wipes. We literally were just like, every time we came into an aid station, like we'd sit down and we would just start wiping our legs. Like, so I don't think any of us got poison ivy. We were very vigilant about that, but there is more poison, and Bessic, few sections are just briars, so you're getting sliced. So his legs, his right side of his body got pretty sliced up. So that's why the left side of his body, because he got the tattoo on the right side of his leg, on his outer leg. Yeah.
# Team Technu.
Yeah, Team Technu. Technu sponsor me. That's like one product I would love to have just tons and tons of.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be, it was a wet winter. We're going to have a lot of poison. I've already seen it like all over the Connecticut Trail. So we're fucked. Like,
It's all over my yard right now.
yeah, Freddie, what's up, dude? Let's get out there. Yeah, just get out and fireball. I'm just going to come with a blowtorch.
I've been,
That would be awesome.
have you guys ever heard of, there's something that's called like No Mow May. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To let the bees kind of population
Yeah.
come up or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
So I've been kind of doing that. Not exactly, but kind of. So
Wait,
I don't know.
Are you trying to match your technical driveway with the technical lawn?
Well, no, right now my lawn was technically, if you saw my lawn, I'm gonna post a fucking picture of it.
Yeah.
My lawn, what I did was, because I was like, oh, I want to protect the bees and like, all the pollinators. And the idea is to let it grow high and, and then let the flowers grow and all that. And it helps everything. I haven't seen a single, I never remember this ever happening. I haven't seen a single honeybee on my property this year, even though my backyard was just, was towering. But what I started doing was, this is really weird. I was in a very odd place. I have an electric mower. And so the grass got so high that I was like, okay, I just want to cut some pathways in this. So I started cutting a grid in my lawn. So I put these stripes like 10 feet apart, these parallel lines through the tall grass.
Would you try to make it look like a baseball field or make it paths?
No. So yeah. So I made these trails that were like perfectly straight. And then I went perpendicular to that and made another grid. So I made these squares of big, tall grass.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then the next week I came out and I mowed in the middle of each of those squares. And so I added another stripe in between them. And then the next week I came in and I divided those squares again. So each week I'm coming back and just doing these squares. So right now my backyard looks like a checkerboard and the grass is all different heights. It's like 4 different heights in a diamond pattern. And I started obsessing about this and telling my wife, I was like, I can do a rotating thing where the grass will grow and be, between fresh cut and 4 weeks old. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. It has nothing to do with ultra running, but it happened.
No, I want to see a picture of this because I'm trying to like wrap my head around, like I'm trying to picture it and I'm trying to picture your lawn.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm obsessed with your driveway, which you said you got fixed, right? So
yeah, we got it.
Took the mogul out, right?
I did.
You took that mogul out.
Yeah.
I did. I
was convinced, like coming to your house to do the podcast back in the day. I was like, I'm going to get injured and not be able to run Manitous or something this year. Like
my insurance, in order to maintain my premiums, everybody had to have fall protection, coming down and, first aid kit. And, we all had to have wilderness survival courses. So, but yeah,
emergency blanket, poles, like just to go to Art's house.
We have mandatory items,
Bivy sack in case you get stranded out there.
Space blanket.
Oh, I love it. Dude's loving it.
Your insurance company was like, do you run any business out of your house? Do you invite other people there as part of that business?
Yeah.
Like,
allegedly.
Not really. It's just a hobby.
Oh. Yeah.
So, Jimmy used to come and eat his burrito here every week. That was basically it.
Don't know what that's about. I don't know shit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, here I got pulled over by a Georgia State police. I haven't been pulled over in like 11 years. I got pulled over. Yeah, that was fun.
So we used to say that Georgia cops were the toughest. If you're driving to Florida or hitchhiking to Florida, they're the ones to watch out for when you're in Georgia because they don't like your kind.
That's why I got pulled over. I was driving Bessix Explorer, right?
Uh-huh.
But here's the other thing. When I got to I requested, my rental car. I wanted to get like a Jeep Cherokee or something, something SUV, right?
Yeah.
So I get there and they didn't have any SUVs.
They give you a Volkswagen Beetle?
They gave me a Hyundai Kona, which is a pretty sweet car, but like,
oh yeah,
I was like, dude, I can't take this up in the mountains. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, and I was going to use that line from Seinfeld. It was like the whole like, you know how to take the reservation, but you don't know how to hold the reservation. But I didn't because everyone else was giving these poor people so much shade and like yelling at them and shit. I was like, I'm not going to be that guy today. I'm in Georgia. Yeah. Like, this is gravy. Like, this is fine. I will take this car. But I let those guys know, and they were like, dude, you're not gonna need it. Like, just leave it at that. Leave it at the Airbnb, and we'll just have you and Will, like, whatever. We'll figure it out, and everything worked out, whatever. But so yeah, I got pulled over. There was two Stadies on the side of the road, like next to each other with their lights on. They had a guy pulled over, so it was like a protected. So they like had like the two cars like protecting, right? Like the car that was pulled over, I guess. So I had to get over all the way over in the other lane. I slowed down from like 60 to 40 and moved over, and no problem. But apparently that dude put on his whoop and freaking shot out and like came and got me. Like, I was like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, I was like, oh, this is like a sobriety checkpoint or something. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm like wasted because I haven't slept, and I don't drink. So
Yeah.
So so the dude was like, comes up, side of the car, shut the car down, turn off my phone because I had the GP, I had the directions going. I was going to meet them at the finish line too. This was like midnight. And Will hit me up at like 11:45. He's like, we're gonna finish about a half hour. I was like, cool, I'm only 20 minutes away. I'll be there. I'll be there like 5 minutes after, whatever. 5 minutes. Do you want me to save this story?
No, this is good. I thought you were driving home.
No.
In the middle of the race.
This was in the middle of the race, dude. I went home and
you're like, are you dropping the ultra? You dropping the ultra douche canoe story in this guy? Like,
no,
yeah, sorry.
So yes,
we're in the middle of a 100-mile run.
He's like, where are you headed? And I was like, Camp Morganton, whatever. I'm here for the 100-mile race. He's like, I don't know nothing about that. And I was like, oh, fuck, he's already giving me attitude. I was like, oh, Jimmy, don't say anything smart ass, okay? Do not say anything smart ass.
So you didn't say, you're not going to say you're in a heap of trouble, boy, or anything like that.
Well, here's the thing. So he's like, you got your license? I was like, yeah. And so I give him my license. He goes, he runs it, whatever. And he comes back and he's like, no, we sit. No, he goes, let me have your license. He goes, okay, sit tight, boy. And I was like, and he walks away. I was like, did he just call me fucking boy? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, he's a classic cop. He's like, really bad facial hair, way overweight. Like, I'm like, oh, great. No, I don't like cops anyway. So,
he said, so you were coming down here. You come down here from the east, huh?
Come down from the north. And I was like, listen, I know what General Sherman did to this state. Don't make me start some shit.
Oh. And so you got any gators in your car? Bet you
I was like,
them in from
I'm
Maine.
just sitting there and I got my hands on the wheel because I'm like, fuck, this dude will shoot me and throw me in a creek. I don't give a like these guys don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Little bitches like me just disappear down there, right? So he goes, he runs my, it's clean as fuck. I haven't been pulled over. Last time I got pulled over was driving to Mount Whitney on Route 395 on the backside of the Sierra, right near Mono Lake. So that was the last time I got pulled over. That was 2015. So it was 9 years since I've been pulled over. And that one was legit because I was doing like 100 and like a 70. And like the cop was like, what the fuck? I was like, there's nobody on the road, dude. But so this one was like, whatever. So he's like, he comes back. He's like, I'm going to let you off with a warning. Next time you see lights, you need to slow down and move over. And I was like, and I wanted to say, like I did, but I was like, okay, sir. He's like, I don't know what laws you got up in Connecticut, but down here, this is what we do. And I was like, thank you, sir. And
you've been warned.
So listen, so after he walks back to his car and I'm like, fuck. So I start the car back up and I'm like, fuck, I turned off my GPS. I turned off the, whatever. So I put the wrong directions came up. So I went to the wrong finish line that didn't exist. So I missed them finish.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm blaming the GSP. The Georgia State Police can eat a dick, a whole bag of them.
Until next year, sir.
Yeah. So
it wasn't GPS, it was GSP that fucked you over. That's
yes. Yeah. Yes. Also, not to be confused with the Garden State Parkway, the other GSP I like to be on.
That's right. You paint it. You keep it clean. We'll paint it green.
Yes.
That's when they had all they didn't want to buy grass in New Jersey. They got tired of it. They're like, hey, I'm fucking tired of mowing. Yeah, me too. What are we going to do? I know. Let's pave it and paint it green. And they're like, fuck, that works. Works for me. They don't know. Nobody's looking anyway.
I love that all of the rest stops on the Garden State Parkway are named after like famous actors and stuff, right? So it's like John Bon Jovi, James Gandolfini, right?
Now they are.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I feel like whoever's right, exactly, right. So I feel like whoever's in the doghouse, they're going to give him like the shittiest one. They're going to be like, okay, we don't like John Bon Jovi right now. Let's like give him the shittiest, rest stop, whatever.
He's got Cheesequake. It's closed down too.
That's right.
He's got
really?
Yeah.
So they must be mad at John Bon Jovi.
Cheesequake used to be Molly Pitcher.
No, Molly Pitcher's down is on 95.
That's on the Turnpike, I think.
Yeah,
Molly Pitcher.
That's on. Yeah.
Or was that Molly Hatchet?
Robert Stockton, Molly Pitcher, Vince Lombardi. Those are all on 95.
Maybe it was Molly Hatchet.
Well, you
Molly
know,
Hatchet, the band or
Yeah,
or the
flirting with disaster.
oh, right.
they
Live at the Capitol
they asked
Theater.
Springsteen if he wanted one, and I think he was like, "Fuck you." So,
Yeah.
Said, no, wait, man. The
Anyway.
highway's jammed with broken heroes of Last Chance Power Drive.
I think what he
I don't
was.
need a rest stop. You can rest on the highway.
I think what he was saying is, why don't you just name the GSP after me, the Bruce Springsteen Highway, right?
There you
I
go.
would take
Yeah.
that, not a rest stop.
So anyway, I think I'm going to make a nice donation to the Georgia State Police. But seriously, you see an out-of-state plate, they're like, let's get this guy. He's definitely trafficking drugs. And I'm like, I got bags and bags of tailwind back here. Like,
Oh,
Good thing he didn't see that. He'd
Yeah,
probably,
right?
probably still be there, be testing it.
it was so funny. He's like, I don't know nothing about that. And I was like, okay, well, there's people running 100 miles in these mountains up here. You fuck stick. Like, leave me alone. Like,
I don't believe that. I couldn't drive that far.
the cops wonder why people don't like them. I mean,
Did you ever see Harold and Kumar
yes.
when they get stopped by the cop?
Yes.
Yeah, that cop is perfect.
Yeah. What a day. I mean, this feels like one day because I haven't really slept like in the last 3 or 4. So just
Which is a
caffeine and
perfect
vibes, dude. Caffeine and vibes.
Jimmy, it is the perfect segue. You mentioned one day, and there is a race called the One Day, which wasn't this day. This day was 6 days at the 3 days. Is that what this was, Fred? What happened? How
Well,
many
you
were
can
we
have
talking
3
about?
days at the 1 day, but you can have
Yeah.
6 days at the 3 day.
Mhm.
Yeah, 3
But
days at the
it's
fair,
not even
which is
3
really
days.
6 days. And one time it was 10 days. And they're talking about doing 1,000-miler there, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, there was the fair. Things happen. People went around in circles, literally many circles.
So Fred, let's just pretend that people know nothing about the One Day and where it is and what it is and the whole thing. Can you give us like a 45-minute quick description of what it's all about?
Well, first of all, it's not the 1 day. This is the 3 days in the spring. 1 day is in October, but 3 days at the fair is
Used to be November.
Sussex. It used to be November. Yeah, now it's Columbus Day weekend. 3 days at the fair is usually the third weekend in May, and it's at the Sussex County Fairgrounds in New Jersey, which is in horse country. It's near the Delaware Water Gap. Well, it's not actually not that near the Water Gap, but it's near the Delaware River. It's up in Northwest Jersey.
Kind of where the Jersey Cardinals play.
Are there Jersey Cardinals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, minor league team.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Now you see, you got me off track already. But during the race, there was at night you could see lights of a baseball park, and then when the game ended, they had fireworks. So it might be very near where the Jersey Cardinals play.
I think it is. Yeah, because I've been to a game there too.
Okay.
And to the rodeo too. So
Oh yeah, well the rodeo was right on the fairgrounds. Yeah. Okay. So every year they have this, and it started out in 2010 as a 48-hour, 24-hour, 12 and 6, and now it's 6 days, 3 days, 48, 24, 12, 6. Quadzilla, pretty much anything you can think up, if you want to pay them, they'll set the race up.
It kind of makes sense because if you think about it, like it's in New Jersey, first of all, right?
Yeah.
And if you think about what's Jersey famous for, like amongst other things,
Jersey barriers, tomatoes,
Jersey barriers,
beaches, best beaches on the East Coast.
Beaches.
That's true. That's true. But how about for dining?
Fight me, North Carolina and Florida.
How about dining?
How about what?
Dining, if you're going to eat in Jersey,
like diners,
like a diner. Like a diner.
Oh, yeah, Jersey has diners. That's right.
3 day, the fair is kind of like the diner of, and you go into a diner and you can't look at the fucking menu because it's like it's like reading Infinite Jest. It just like fucking goes on and on and on, right? And it's like, oh, do you want? And then you start price checking to see if the egg costs more when it's ordered with 3 pancakes that are in chalala bread or whatever. And I don't know. It's too big. So they have so many different choices in that diner menu. Anyway, I never fucking read it. I'm just like, fuck, I know it's in there statistically. Like, yeah, I want eggplant pancakes, please. And they're like, sure.
And that's it, right?
You want pickles with that? So
you probably get pickles and coleslaw whether you ask for it or not.
That's right, and extra syrup.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, let's don't let me stop you from talking about the races there.
So the race started on the 6th day, started last Monday, and ran through Sunday the 19th, and everything goes from there. But you can actually start your race anytime you want. Other than the 6th day, which has to start 6 days before it finishes. But if you're doing like 24 hours, you could do it any day you wanted. But I did it from Saturday to Sunday. And it started in 2010, and it's really grown this big following. Like it's kind of a social event. So I became pretty good friends with the people who are the veterans there who've like been doing it since the beginning. There's only, I think, 5 of us now who've actually done it every single year. But there are a bunch of people who've done it at least 10 of the 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I really went there this year because I'd been there every year, not because it was like a target race for me or anything. I just wanted to see everybody. And I brought my son, Ted, who is, the model for Cultra Swag. He's like, he was wearing a Cultra hat the whole time. And,
what am I thinking here? Albert Starr runs on Cultra.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Ted, I went there with Ted, and we had a good time. Ted has a running streak. His 600th day was yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. So he was like, I'm doing 599 and 600 at the fair. And we ran together most of the time. But see, one of the things is because I've been there all these years and I know all these people, like you start out and you're running and you run like the first 5 miles or so, and then you start walking, and there's always somebody that you know who's walking, and they want to like catch up with you, but they're walking really slow. There's some people who walk like a 30-minute mile. And Ted was like, I got to stop walking with you when you're like talking to some 80-year-old guy who's doing a 30-minute mile, because I'm never going to get any miles. So I said, the minute that I start slowing down like that, just take off, and you can lap me. I don't care. It's fine.
You have to do the Celeste. Celeste is the master of holding simultaneous conversations with 300 people. She had in Hamster Wheel, she had ongoing jokes with unique jokes to each person.
Yeah,
oh, you're so stinking cute. Look at those shoes. Like,
here's the thing about Hamster Wheel, though, is you can pass going in opposite directions. At the fair, it's all counterclockwise. Yeah. So there's very little passing. There's one little out and back that's like, I don't know, 150 feet long. But other than that, it's all somebody catches up to you or you catch up to them. And if you catch up to them, they're going slower than you. And if they want to talk to you, then you have to slow down. So like, in the first 12 hours, Ted finally ditched me a little bit, and he had done like 33 miles, and I'd done 29 miles in 12 hours because without like sitting around, it was because I was talking to everybody. Albert Starr was not there, by the way, because his knee blew up. You saw on socials, and he went home. I was kind of hoping he'd still be there, but he wasn't going to just sit around and not run, so he took off. But lots of Culture friends were there, and it was a good race. It was actually an excellent race at the front end of the 6th day. Trishul Churns, who is internationally good runner, who's my age now, but he for a while held the Canadian 48-hour record, and he's finished the 3100 Shreech and Moy race twice, which I think is kind of otherworldly, and he's run over 350 ultras. He was right at the front with like 400 something miles the last day. And this other dude who's a friend of mine, Seamus Babcock.
Yes.
was
that's
right.
Sean. I was like,
Sean
how do I know
Gabor
this
is
name?
Seamus
I got the spreadsheet open right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
Sean
had him on our, we had it for listeners. We had him on our,
on the DNF
on our podcast on the DNF episode. He's in
Right.
Amy Mauer's book.
and he's a great guy. And
yeah, he was fun
I've
to
known
talk to.
him going back to, I think I met him in 2017. He showed up at the 6th day and was like, I'm going to walk the whole thing and do 400 miles. And we were like, no, you're not, dude. Not unless you're really accomplished at race walking. And he didn't do it that year, but he got better and better. And this year he came in and he's got some interesting theories. I think he drinks milk as his number one ultra food. And
Wow.
and he smokes weed during the race quite liberally to attenuate pain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Milk
So
and
he's
wheat,
lactose tolerant, lactate tolerant. So.
Yeah. So it comes down to like the last 6 hours and Trishul had hardly slept and he's having like psychotic episodes where he forgets where he is or who he is, right? And Seamus is like running around and he looks like death too because it's the end of a 6th day, right? And
Where's my fucking cow?
yeah, like
He's
that
like tripping on milkweed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Get my
So-
bong. I want 2% milk and I want a bong. Let's go.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jerry,
yeah.
set him up. Set him
Shots
up,
of milk
Jerry.
and my
Let's
bong.
do some dabs. Let's get some
Yeah.
dabs. Let's
Don't
go.
Yeah.
skip on the fat.
Oh my God.
So
I love
he-
ultra.
that.
This is why I love ultra marathons, and I hope we never have a fucking governing body because I want people like this in our sport.
Yeah,
Thank God.
absolutely.
That's
So
right. Milk
so it
should
comes
not
down
be
to like it's
banned.
8:30 in the morning. They're on the same lap.
Yes.
They're like both over 410 miles. They're on the same freaking lap, the two of them. And Seamus, Sean, won 415 to 414.
Yeah.
And so he gets the award for the winning thing. And the RD says, you couldn't make it to 420? Everybody's like, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Oh,
awesome.
God.
So
Oh,
it was a
that
good
is
week.
really cool.
I don't
Yes.
have enough time with those guys because I used to do the 6th day and now I actually like have to work for a living. I've been I worked all week, but it's fun and they're all great. And my buddy Gary Ferguson has the most lifetime miles there. He's like at 3,900 now.
wow.
But there's a whole pile of Patreon supporters who were there, including Laz.
Mhm.
Yeah, she did well, huh? Let me see.
Yeah. Hundo Joe, Angelia Rose,
Oh, very
Albert
good.
Starr, Andy Cable showed up like just to like walk around in circles for a while to visit.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah. Leanne got 100K and Albert Starr got 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Valhammer was there.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah. Here
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
He did
200
272 miles.
Yes. Yeah.
272. 69 years young.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. And he walks the whole
That's-
thing. He's
that's
really
awesome.
very disciplined. Very
Look at,
disciplined.
look at the ages of some of these folks. A lot of folks in their 60s are out grinding. John Giesler, who's done what, like
Oh,
a
Giesler
million,
was there. Yeah.
a million Vermonts or whatever.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he's done a
Yeah.
bunch of
Awesome.
Manitus and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
He's really funny. Yeah. Like
Where, let me see Hundo. What did Hundo get?
Now, Hundo, how
Here we
far
go.
did how long?
86 miles in
did
just under 24 hours.
in the,
Yeah.
in the 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Angela in? Was she in the 12?
Angela, let's see.
I think she
Yeah,
might have
'cause
been
she
in the
played. She
12.
was like second place or something. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
in the
second
12,
place
right.
overall. Or no, a woman won 21. Oh, that's that Lila.
Oh yeah,
Gaudreau.
Lila did 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lila laid down 74 miles there.
Yes.
11 hours 58 minutes. Holy shit!
Yep.
Wow.
Won that outright.
Yep.
What's
Wow.
the record for that, Fred?
For what? Like
12
at the
hours?
12
fair?
hours.
That's the record at the fair.
You had
74.
3 women in
74
the
for,
top
women.
4.
There
3 women
was a
in the top-
dude
in
who
the top
did like
4.
89, but
Huh.
Holy
for women.
shit! These are crazy numbers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy
and everybody,
shit.
it's a loop, exactly one measured mile because they put an out and back in it to make it just exactly a measured mile, and
Yes.
very social. Everybody has a good time.
So we had. Let me see.
And
we had.
It also has it's interesting because it also, in the Jersey spirit, the loop resembles a horseshoe crab.
Right? It does.
Okay, yeah, horseshoe crab, Darth Vader's helmet.
Mhm.
Some people have likened it to the male anatomy,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Pac-Man Ghost, upside down Pac-Man Ghost, baby
Pac-Man
ticket.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Yep, I've heard that pick.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
I just when I was like scrolling on Strava, whatever, I saw people's and I was like, oh, that's the 3 days at the Fair Loop. I know that. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
but let me real quick. Jill Hudson from
Yep.
Seattle, ladies
Yep.
winner, 320 miles,
Yes. Jill is
fourth
great.
fourth overall.
And she's
Um,
not
Yeah.
super young. What is she's like 60, right?
62
Yeah.
years young.
She was
And
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, she was
and then
great. What's her name? Jess, right? Jess Mullen.
Yeah.
This is what Jess Mullen did. People can do like you can do anything you're in 6 days that you want to do. So Jess Mullen ran 100 the first day in 24 hours or less than 24 hours. And I think
Mhm.
she took a day off and ran another 100. And then I think she took a day off and ran
yeah,
either another 100 or like 48 or something.
she did
ran
202
races.
she did 202 miles in the 72.
Yeah. Okay. She ran the
Well,
72.
she won the
She
lady.
also
Yeah, she
ran
won the
two
ladies
100s
race.
before that. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And then yeah, she has 3 results here.
Yes.
She did
Yeah.
30
Wait,
34
wait,
miles.
wait.
What's
Hold
up?
it. Wait. Can you even do? Is that even legal?
Yeah, so she did.
Where's
Listen, she
fucking
did
get that guy
104.
marathon investigator here?
Listen,
Like,
shush.
that's not right. That should not happen. I will not stand for this. Let's all get fucking indignant and put it up on our Facebook page.
It's
How
pretty
can somebody
amazing.
have 3 races at once? That means they get 3 medals, and other people are trying to earn those medals. Let's
I think
fucking
Jill
take
Hudson
pictures
might have
of them
run
and
another
confront
race
them.
too.
Jess did a combined in 3 different races. Jess did a combined 340 miles.
Yeah, there you go.
So
God
she
bless her.
did 202 in the 72. And then she did what did I have here? Oh, now I lost it. Damn it. Let me try this again. I got to do the search function again. And then she did
224s, right?
she did 34 miles in the 12 hour, and then she did
Okay.
104 in the 24.
Okay.
Wow.
That's wild. It's wild.
So just to plan the logistics of this is what I want to do, like you got to be from fucking Harvard to do that, right?
Well, remember when we went out to Badger, Law Dog had this idea that he was going to run the 100 fast enough so he could start the 50. So
That's
he would do
right.
150
Yes.
total. But that course was so long, I think that they just made it difficult to stitch that together because that
Yeah, I ran under protest.
7.5 or something.
You ran on what was what is that your new word for Desitin?
I ran under protest for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Just,
What do you call it?
know.
Desitin protest? What?
Yeah.
That's right.
Covered,
Yes.
covered in white, he ran.
I self-emolified myself in Desitin. Imagine if Desitin were flammable. That would be bad.
I mean,
Oh,
I wonder if
right?
it is. I never really tried lighting it. Anybody?
I would
Desitin?
advise it.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. Because it's like, isn't it, it does have like lanolin in it or something?
A lot of oil in it.
Like is zinc's not flammable,
Zinc
right?
oxide probably just is not flammable. I'm guessing. I don't know. I wouldn't try
Huh.
it.
Oh,
This
yeah, real
is not
quick.
a Dustin challenge, people. Don't do it.
Hold on. Can you guys
Yeah.
see this? Oh, you guys can't.
no.
It's too bright. Damn. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Oh, look at there's a fucking
That-
dash. That's all.
That's
I see.
Tobias's leg, dude.
Woo! Which
Hold
one
on.
is that? Which leg?
I don't know, but he had 9 stitches to close that thing up.
I'm just wondering because he got the blue blaze on the left leg, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's on the. Oh wait, is that the same leg as the blue blaze? No, this is his
It's not-
right leg. I
Is
had,
it in
I had to put the phone down to see which side of the knee was on. I'm like, no, this is definitely that's his right leg. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the blue
Wow.
blaze is okay.
Here, and I got the Massanutten results open. Tobias
Okay.
ran
27 and change, right?
Yeah,
He had a
and-
good
and
day.
then
Let's
Law
hit
Dog-
that up then.
Law Dog persevered his ass off. So we're gonna switch gears here. We'll go back to what do you call it? We'll talk about our Patreons, right? But real quick,
Yeah, because I want to talk about our Patreons. We're gonna
Let's do it.
Tobias ran
Go through
27-21.
Which is really stout on that course. That is a tough.
And Tobias was bid 169. So shout out to the Connecticut 169.
Yeah, all right.
And then Law Dog ran 30 and change, right? 30-10. And he had a tough time. I believe he had issues with hamstrings and his legs. But and he's got a hell of a run streak going. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he's got a hell of a fucking resume. Like the stuff he's doing this year, he's doing like
He's
Berlin
going out to
Wall and
Leadville.
yeah,
Leadville's his next race.
Devil
yeah,
Dog and
yeah.
I heard a rumor that he might come and do Tesla this October.
Ooh,
Might do the 100 at Tesla.
Tesla hurts.
Yeah.
It does. It really hurts.
Yeah. And of course, the RD is Vinny, who we had
And-
on on the DNF show.
And Vinny
Yes.
just did that vert thing. Did you see
Yeah.
that? There was that race over in on the up and down the slope there.
Yes.
Sorry I can't give you more information. Hold on, let me fact check myself. But yeah, then but Macedon's a tough race. What's the cutoff there? 36 or 32?
I think it's 36. Yes.
36. Okay. Yeah. All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to try to find some info on the I think it's called Mining for Vert, right?
Yes.
Well, then Art hijacked my screen here with his screen.
Oh, sorry. Oh, did you? Were
It's
you
all
just
good.
throwing something up there, Jimmy? You throwing something up there?
What I'm not going to throw anything out. I'm just going to look at the results here. Mining for
I
Vert.
have
That's
to inform everybody about a major event that took place on Friday. You guys probably didn't hear it. There was the La Tour de New York. So it's kind of like the Tour de France, except it's the Tour de New York. It's a very competitive bicycle race. And it takes place in Manchester, Connecticut, and Vernon and stuff like that. So Bolton. And so me and two New York Banano went out and had the throwdown on bicycles. So he and I did a nice like a 16, 17 mile loop there. And many PRs were had. So
nice.
So it was pretty epic for, he was basically taking it easy and I was like redlining. So it was pretty scary. No, it was fun. So I got
Here it
out
is.
on the bike with him.
I found it here. It's Mining for Vert Challenge and Silver Mine Trail Run. So the in Woodbury, New York. This is our Conquer
the World.
Conquer the World homies. Yeah.
Steve
And
Estorama or Extrema.
Estremera, I think it's pronounced, or
Extrema. It is.
okay. So yeah, they go up and down a ski slope. Oh, the guy who won Blue to Blue a couple years ago, Joseph Levin. So he did 22.4 miles, and then we have a lot of friends here that was out. We had let me see, I just saw some names here: Caitlin Rossi, Vinny Capadora, Robert Tagliaferri. Yeah, a lot of Connecticut people. Here we go. Cool. Looks like that looks like a fun time for 4 hours just going up and down the slope. That's a good workout. That's an excellent workout.
That is.
Hells yeah.
Sounds great.
Let's fucking go.
I'm gonna go to Sleeping Giant, do some hill repeats real soon, probably this week.
The bad part is that it's like not so bad going up. Do you get to take the ski lift down or anything or no?
Oh no. You got to run back down, homie.
You got to run back down. That would
What's
kill
that?
me. I wouldn't mind the uphill, but man, that would kill my knees going down the hill.
I know. I thought they have a run. Isn't there a place that has like where you go and try to Everest? And they I thought they had a ski
They'll bring you back down?
Yeah. Chair to bring you down? No.
Nice. I don't know that.
Okay. It may be true, it may be false.
It might be true, but I didn't believe there were wolves in near the Delaware Water Gap either, and you proved me wrong. So
oh yeah. There's a
anything's
whole
possible.
Yep. There's a whole preserve there of wolves, a whole pack. So speaking of packs and crews, we have as everybody knows, we are 112% listener supported. That means that we don't have commercials, despite the efforts and huge expenses that Hoka, all that money Hoka tried to dump on us. Like, God bless him, it went to some really good causes. And Canadian Trail Fishing Magazine, they still haven't been able to snag us. There was that manscaping company, right? But try as they may, they haven't been able to, the right fit just has not been there. So we are 112% listener supported. So something you can do, I fucking dare you to go and write a review, right? I just dare anybody to write a review. Just look.
I think it would be cool if everybody did.
I mean,
Everybody
that would
just
be
do
something.
Yeah.
We'd have a whole show about that.
Yes.
And that would be interesting.
About reviews? Yeah. Everyone write a review.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
We could review the show about reviews. So
You could probably have an AI generator just write a whole pile of reviews.
I
There you
could.
go.
Yeah. And
Actually, people could have.
It'd be full of lies too,
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
Siri,
that's what
write
people
a
do.
review about Culture Trail Running Podcast.
This is how people get so many followers on like Instagram. They have all those bots, right? They're like, we guarantee you'll get 7,000 followers in the next week, and it's like half of them are bots, right? Like,
right. Yep.
Yeah, we pay bots to to not do that. I don't know. What am I saying? Okay.
We pay
Must
bots.
be. I don't know. That didn't work too well. But actually, we have some pretty funny. Did you guys see the jackassing logo I came up with?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jackass Sing or whatever it said.
Yeah.
Jackass
Did anybody
Sing.
like that or no?
Yeah.
No, you can't split it in two words like that. Because I was like, what is this? Jackass Sing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get it. Jackassing, but it doesn't
I
work.
thought
like
it was
that.
karaoke for a minute.
Yeah.
You realize that it's Burger King, right?
Yes.
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
And it's the same number of letters in the same font. So I couldn't like make assing like bigger on the bottom. Like I can't have a big assing. It has to be has to kind of roll into it. So that's going to be our artwork for this episode, by the way. So
All right.
tell us what you think. Tell us if you think we're going to get sued. Would you wear that on a shirt? Would you wear that in a yurt? We're going to see about that, and maybe Albert Starr runs on Cultra. We might do up a shirt like that.
I like that one. Yeah.
So,
that also looks
yeah.
like we'll get sued probably, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. They got to catch us first, Fred, and we're runners, right?
True.
So they would have to be willing to put themselves out at like a 14-minute mile to catch me. So
Yeah.
I dare them. Bring it. Anyway, let's talk about our Patreon. So these are people who that we just want to stay in touch with, that are supporting us through Patreon donations. They give a monthly donation, and we cut out the middleman, right? So we have the aforementioned hashtag Hundo Joe.
He was there with the red minivan. Yeah.
We had the red minivan, huh?
Yes, as he's had it so many races.
And he sleeps in that minivan?
He did.
I'm getting a minivan.
There you go.
Maybe you can buy Joe's minivan.
I could. Yeah, because I want something to sleep in, I think that would be good. So
I had a friend who had like that Mercedes tricked out transit van thing, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It is, except
a little pricey.
That's like those new are like 150 grand.
Yes.
I mean, if you get a Revel, if you get a 4x4. So I'm going to rent one in, I think I already mentioned that I'm going to rent one in Oregon, but I think I'm going to buy like a hybrid minivan and then have a no build camping setup in it, where you have a galley that you drop in and a platform, with a couple drawers and stuff like that, and a fold up mattress that turns into a bed. And
are you doing this yourself?
No, they make kits. They make kits that you can buy. I'd like to do all that, but I'm getting old, Fred. I don't have time to fuck around like that. I gotta get out on the road
like that, and I wouldn't do it now. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I would do that, but like I just know that I'd get caught up in some detail, and it would probably get like, by the time I got it done, I wouldn't remember what a car was. So, and how to drive. So, let's see. We got also we're starting out with all these people. So big dollars. Albert Starr Galactica.
Also,
hope you get better soon.
Yeah, I hope your knee comes around, Albert.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We have the mysterious 113th mile, which we saw him at Epit, the race up with Odendall there, Lake Warmug.
Yeah,
We have
if you're at the 113th mile, aren't you like a mile into the Long Island Sound? It's not, you're like an ultra swimmer.
That's true.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
That's yeah. Or he could have gotten lost.
well, that's
Right?
true. Bonus
So-
mile. Yeah.
Yep. We have 2 New York Banano doing that the big bike race there.
You went to
Marcus?
New York, right? A Marcus.
He, yeah. Is that like Neiman's brother?
Neiman or A Marcus?
A Marcus.
Yeah, his name's Marcus, and he's just Marcus. Yeah.
A Marcus among many Marcuses. We're the Markeyes. So because it's
At the
not
end-
fucking Marcus's, right?
Yeah. So you had the chat bot reads these off, and I was like, Amy Jennifer Handlon.
Jennifer Hanlon.
Amy Jennifer
Hanlon's
Handlon's friend.
Yeah, that's not a chatbot. That's CultraBot. CultraBot's been with us for a long time. He's a long time employee. He's concerned that AI is going to just like fucking do him out of business.
Well, if it can do some natural language speaking, it will do him out of business.
No, but I like CultraBot. I like the old school. He's kind of old school.
I'll give it a run for its money. I'll talk some mad shit. You know how I roll.
Could be. You could, yeah. I mean, if you might, yeah, I might get Nick to read it too.
There you go.
So, so we have Amy Jennifer Hanlon's friend, and I guess Amy's getting ready to run the Cut 112, right? So,
Ooh,
that would be cool. She's going to run the 50 there again. She got engaged after that race, by the way, people. So, some pretty cool stuff's happened. That's probably, I don't think anything much cooler than that's ever happened there, though. I'll tell you. So.
I think next you should have a wedding and childbirth at the finish line. Those would be two good ones.
well, hold on. Tommy Stardire proposed to me when I finished.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's true. Okay, I take that back then. We have Amy Maurer Power,
But not in May.
but not in May.
There's no mowing in May. So
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
That's
Amy
true.
no mowing. Maybe she could give me some tips on how to mow my that. See, that sounds inappropriate. Like on how to mow my lawn.
yeah.
Okay,
Now
but
you're back to the manscaping company now.
I know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think Monkey Stuffer sent me something about that too. I got to find out what that is. I should probably play it on the air sight unseen.
Amy Maurer, by the way, is going to the World 48s in I don't know, like a week or something.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
So
We
she's
have
actually,
Amaya-
faster. Amaya Sorensen.
That's right.
Stay on the path, Art.
That's right. Whatever you do. And then our episode last week, we had Andy Tide, and that was so cool. I had such a good time with the whole crew there, all the maniacs and stuff. Very good stuff. So congratulations again to Andy Tidd for his big win at Riverlands 100.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, sure was. Angela Rose. So was she looking like she was having fun there, Fred?
She ran the entire 12 hours pretty much. Like every time I saw her, she was running. I did not see her walk a step. So fun is a relative term. I think it might have been type 2 fun, but
Okay.
but she podiumed. So, that's what happens. You want a podium? You got to run the whole thing.
Hells yeah.
Wow. Fuck. You heard it, people. If you want a podium, you got to run, right?
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Huh. We have Anna G, Miss High Energy. Jimmy, you want to take it here?
I'll pick it up. Let's run with it. We got Antone de Betancourt. Austin Frank, got no one to thank. Azam Pulatop. Oh, we still do. Do you guys still do the Azam? We say it the wrong way?
Shazam!
There you go.
Yeah, like that.
Ben Nillette.
Oh,
Ben-
yeah. I got to call Ben's father because he called me.
Oh, yeah? Wait,
Yeah,
is Ben coming up to
used-
do the cut? Or
I don't think so.
okay. You should know who's
But
on
he
your
just-
entrance list, buddy.
I guess I should, right?
It's not that many people, you know. I mean, come on.
I know.
I mean,
but,
listen,
like,
if you need help hiding bodies, you better know who these fucking people are.
hashtag ADD. So,
Ben 1N.
oh yeah,
Benjamin Griffin has several N's, maybe four up to
Many
four
N's.
N's. Berkshire Trailheads. I saw JJ Duran posted that they're going to start doing Thursday night runs. So if you are in the northwest corner of Massachusetts, go hit up the Berkshire Trailheads.
Yeah,
on
that would be
Thursday
cool.
nights. They're going to do
Yeah,
running up there.
at what night?
Thursday
Thursdays?
nights. We're going to do a culture field trip.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise cultural field trip. We won't
Don't you
tell
shush
anyone.
me, Byram. Don't you
Just
shush
never-
me.
We're just gonna fucking show up.
Listen, I was just called boy by a cop. Don't shush me.
We're gonna take my van. When I get in my van and I'll take you up to Massachusetts. Oh, I can't cross state lines with your ass, so I guess that's out. But they gotta catch me.
Yeah. Oh, my homie Bessick
15-minute miles.
hustle. Yo, Bessick grinding all his life, homie.
He did.
Yeah. He worked his ass off this weekend. Congratulations, my dude. Bikini Chicken. Bill
Oh,
Gibbs.
fuck. You know what?
What?
We didn't even talk about Run Ragged.
Run Ragged. All right, here.
Yes.
I'll pull up the results. You want to take over?
Fred, I'll take over.
All right. Yeah. Bill Gibbs.
Oh yeah, he ran Run Ragged.
Did he?
He was. Yeah, he was there.
Bill Gilpatrick?
Yeah, the patriotic Patreon.
Right. Bill Dumbass Odendahl?
We got 3 fucking bills.
Speaking of Bill Dumbass Odendahl, he put something up on Facebook today where they're redoing his path. There's a bridge they're redoing and it's not finished. It's just got some plywood thrown on it, and I think he ran across it. So yeah.
Huh.
Doing it wrong.
He's fast.
But
He can do it.
he's light. He's very light. So he just tiptoed right
It
across.
is.
Brian Musiak. Well, listen to the Musiak. Brian.
Yeah, now he was in a picture with Celeste, I think, at
Yes,
Ragnar.
he was.
Oh, yeah, Ragnar. That's
Yeah.
right. That's we tell Celeste does not have a speaking voice. She lost her voice from yelling at Ragnar.
Can you believe she was
Ragnar's
yelling?
every
That's
3
classic Celeste. I love that.
Yes.
I love that for you,
Yeah.
Celeste.
Brian O.
Brian O is Amy Jennifer Hanlon's Irish cousin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because I think it's a Brian O'Hanlon. So
how about that?
it's Jennifer Hanlon's Irish cousin. So Jimmy's locked up. Jimmy, you okay?
Jimmy locked up.
Jimmy, come back to us. Come in Tokyo.
oh, I
Yeah,
froze.
he's back. He's back. He's
I
back.
froze.
There you go. You're back.
He's
Right.
unstable.
He's good.
Talking
He's
mad shit.
here.
I'm so unstable, guys. My connection is so unstable.
Charged to 20. Clear.
You guys have no idea. I'll
Jimmy.
tell you guys. I have an inside joke after we stop recording. I'll tell you guys about unstable connection. I'm sorry. I pulled up Ragged, but there's no results on it.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go to their Facebook page and then glean.
But we know that it was won by the Terminator. I mean, the anti-Terminator. So
anti-Terminator.
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor
She won.
did
I heard
90
that
Wakano? Yeah.
I was going to post a joke about somebody going back in time to try to take her out so she wouldn't win.
Right.
But,
That doesn't seem right.
congratulations to her. So
Yes.
last person standing, not last man standing. It was a last person standing. So congratulations to her.
She did 90. What she did 31 loops, 30 or 31 hours.
I think so. She did
93 miles, I
89 or
believe.
90 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they weren't like West Coast miles, for lack of a better word, right? They weren't carpeted. It's not a fun, it's a very interesting course. So very good.
Bryce Henley.
So,
Let's go.
mhm.
Wait, who's this? Who's this one? Oh. She can't
We're
speak
gonna
for herself, so we will speak for her.
That's right.
Celeste. Bong a ding dong.
Puppies.
Missing you, Celeste. Hope your dog's getting better. Little bear.
Celeste kind of looks like, so I was looking at all the fast food labels, like all the fast food logos, and I saw the Burger King one, and then I was looking at KFC. I don't know, that could look like one of us maybe. And then Wendy's is kind of like Celeste. So,
She looks like Wendy.
well,
Girl in
if
the
you
Wendy's
dyed
logo?
Wendy's hair, if you dyed
Right.
Wendy's hair, she could
is
and put
red.
glasses on that. Put glasses on that bitch. It looks just like her.
Oh my God.
She wouldn't survive a lineup.
Oh man.
So fight me.
Oh shit.
All right. This is you, Art.
Oh, Sherry Bilby. Sherry.
Is this even true that Chip prefers snickerdoodles?
He does chick, he probably does in a way. I don't know. I was feeling really weird, and I replied to his post and started talking about Francis Bacon. So
Right.
I don't know. Kind of went off on a little tangent there. So it was probably too long, didn't read for most people, but
I saw it. I read it.
okay.
It's like 2 minutes of my life I'll never get back, but I did
True.
it. Chris Rosal knows all, sees all.
Yeah. Hey, so anybody have a book recommendation, being that we're talking about books like right now? I need to be like resuscitated with a book. Like what do I need to read now? Because like I'm like
talking fiction?
I'm talking
Nonfiction?
something to like wet my whistle, something to make me like I don't know, like to get back into reading.
Whenever I go through a reading slump, I always start with nonfiction. And then I get my fiction bone tickled.
Why don't they just call nonfiction books fact?
I don't know.
Because like it sounds so negative, nonfiction. Like it's fact.
Like non-fat? What do they call that?
So do you have a recommendation for like maybe a historical book of some kind?
No,
right?
that might work.
All I read is self-help books because I'm so fucked up.
Yeah, I've done that. Been there. I was reading that like the Oprah book. Anyway.
What's the Oprah book?
There's one on happiness, how to build a good life, I think it's called, or something like that she wrote with this guy, Arthur, something from, I think he was a Harvard
Step
guy.
1, become a millionaire.
Yeah,
Step 2, become a billionaire.
Billionaire. That really.
And once you have the money to do that, then get Oprah to write a book with you.
I
Right.
want some regular ass people to tell it, like, how do you get happy like as a regular person?
No, this guy started posting like YouTube videos or his lectures during COVID. And it's actually quite good. His ideas on happiness and what happiness is, and how to, get satisfaction, and satisfaction versus pleasure, and the different ways. Like you have to do things that are difficult. It basically says like if things are too easy, that it doesn't really compute with us, and it doesn't. You get no satisfaction if you just like go up and like hit a button and get a cheeseburger. You're like, fuck, I didn't even, it's just a cheeseburger and you eat it, right? But if you have to go out and do something deliberate and share it with other people, it's meaningful. And it, and it gives you get satisfaction from earning it, So, like that cop, as he had to chase you down that far. Like if you just pulled over immediately.
No, I did. That's what I'm saying. Like,
anyway,
I literally pulled over within like 200 feet of like his lights.
You didn't make it sad. You made it too easy. He was looking for sustenance hunting. He pulls up, gets out of the car, comes up to your car. You take off, let him chase you again. Then you pull over. Then he comes up, and then you take off again. Kind of like the hitchhiker, So,
yeah.
Anyway, got Chris Rosal knows all, sees all. Got Christine Chinhang. She did some fancy jumping the other day. I saw. So,
oh yeah, what's fancy jumping?
That's where you jump in a fancy way and they capture it on film. So,
oh yeah,
it's never been my thing. Like, I usually make a point of not jumping in any photos, but teach their own. So, we have Crisco Angelo getting ready to run the cut.
Right.
Got Clement Scented Chunks.
Yeah, Clement.
Yeah, so Chris runs out in Norwalk. So if you're ever out there, go out, check him out. He runs with Chaz Cooch. used to be with Sound Runner. Now it's Marathon Sports, and Glastonbury used to be the main guy there, the manager. So he's a coach, sells real estate out in the Norwich area. So go check him out. So Clarice Reinhardt. Can we have it, Jimmy?
You want to take over?
No. Hello, Clarice.
Oh, dude, I haven't done this in so long. Like, I don't remember any of this shit, dude. I'm sorry. Hello, Clarice.
All right. Very well
good,
done,
Jimmy. That was fucking on point right there.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. We got the crutch to the Lee. Got the hoops and poops. So I think this Wednesday, they have a Wednesday morning run in Wethersfield around the Hooples house. So I might ride my bike over the new bridge from Glastonbury, go there and run, and then ride my bike back. So I might do that. So everybody's warned.
Oh, you guys, wait a minute. Before we keep going, I wanted to tell you something about the fair.
Yeah.
I was walking and a dude passed me, and on the back of his shirt was the Cultra logo from Warmug.
Oh.
He was wearing one of those Diglo green, yellow, whatever shirts. And it said Cultra. Yeah. It was very cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Carry on.
Did you make fun of him or?
No, I said, he passed me and I was like, whoa, this guy's got like Cultra on the back of his shirt. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Odendahl put it on some of the T-shirts or all the T-shirts. I don't even know. But yeah. So.
David Hide and Seek. Putting it to the test with David Kaplan.
Oh, putting it to the test. I like that.
Yeah. Ellen Cretella with the Golden Patella Connell. Ellie Pell, Show and Tell. I kind of dropped. I was going to try to get Ellie out tonight, but I didn't probably give her enough notice.
Oh, I want to talk to her because Steve went out to the Scratch Cafe and actually was served by Ellie Pell, but he did not, because he's Steve. He did not say like, "Hi, I'm Steve."
I got sandwiches in my pants.
Yeah, he really wasn't. He didn't say like, whatever. Like, "Hi, I know you're Ellie Pell." He just like said nothing.
There you go.
Wow. Well, I get it. Like, I mean, how would you?
I said, "Why didn't you say hi to Ellie Pell?" He said, "Ellie Pell doesn't give a shit who I am." I was like,
"Oh,
right.
That's
okay."
That's
I
not
feel
true.
like Ellie Pell cares about everyone very deeply.
That's right.
True.
She sends me she checks on me all the time, like every couple of days. She's like, "How's it going, buddy?" I'm like, "How you doing?" Like, she's a sweetheart. She definitely cares deeply about her fellow humans. She is very empathic and a wonderful human being.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
I just meant in general. I wasn't directing that at Steve. I was just saying, I'm gonna text Ellie right now and say hi. So
yeah. Oh, Steve says hi. How about that?
Yeah.
We can say hi. We're gonna say hi to Ellie from Steve. Steve told us to say hi. So
he didn't want to seem like a stalker, I think, even though I had told him to say hi to her.
I know. People keep showing up at her doorstep there. Like Tony Bonanno went there, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like that. Said, "Hi, Ellie." And then she wasn't there. So then he came back the next day and he like camped out there for like a couple hours. And I mean, it wasn't too weird, like from midnight in the rain,
I wonder how far that is. So, Ross Belak puts on a race out there. Did you guys know that in Colorado?
In Littleton?
No, it's not in Littleton. It's in it's around a lake. Hold on. It's a 0.82. I remember I was looking at the details a little while ago. Let me try to find it real quick. I think I have to slide up into my own DMs here to where he
There's
said
nothing wrong with that, and you don't go blind from that either. So
what's that? My DMs are full, bro.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. The mayor of Cultra City, Emily Mayer. We have Enrique Teo, father of the chosen one.
They're the chosen one with the gash.
Of the bloody chosen one. Eric Wester. So yeah, Eric just went and got it done at Riverlands 100, which had a very high DNF rate, but he managed to get it done. So congratulations to him. Representing Glastonbury, Connecticut, the belly of the Beast Coast, I might add too. So congratulations again, Eric, and thanks for giving us the extra heads up on Andy too. So next we have Franklin Gandiaga. So he is basically the founding father of the original founding godfather of Lord of the Rings. So
Both Gandalf the Great and the White.
that's right. Fred Wills and Estates
from Cheshire.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other Cheshire,
From the Shire.
the other cat from the Cheshire. So, Geoffrey Myler, the carrier of Sub 9. That's still like, that's how I'll always remember you, Geoffrey, is you carrying Jamie Myler out of the swamp, like Swamp Thing. That was just so cool. But Heidi Stearns and Foster. Oh, I pity the fools on Team B. I'm thinking that's a law dog. Could be wrong. JJ Duran. And getting ready for the Cut 112, Jack I. Smith.
Getting after it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, anybody who's listening who's running the cut, you should have gotten an email that kind of basically told you everything. So pretty much everything. And if you're looking to volunteer, let us know too, because there are a couple people who are still looking for help. Somebody looking for crew for the 50 and stuff like that. So,
I found Ross's thing here.
Yeah. What you got?
24 hours of Palmer Lake, it's called, in Palmer Lake, Colorado. The race features 24 hours of a gorgeous 0.82 mile loop course surrounded by mountains on top of the Palmer Divide at an elevation of 7,240 feet. Yeah, this is Ross.
When is it, Jimmy?
September 28th. Saturday, September 28th at 8 a.m.
Oh, well.
I think that's the leap year, right?
What's that? What does that
doesn't
mean?
even make sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool. That's so wow. So
I gotta see how far Palmer Lake is from Boulder, right?
Okay. All right. It's probably close to Littleton or somewhere around there?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I know Ross lives in Littleton.
Yep. Let's give his home address too while we're at it.
I believe he signed up for races of mine before, so I think I do have his address actually.
Okay, so that'll be posted. You got a social security too, right? Cell phone number, whatever you
6 hours a couple years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Any other personal information you need?
Personal information, social security number, bank
mother's
account,
maiden name. So okay.
Kind of thing. The first pet.
I'm gonna text them this Friday and be like, did I happen to catch you at McDonald's?
Again. Table 112.
Dude, he brought me those sandwiches at the end of the cut. Oh, that was so good. Oh, it's only an hour and 15 minutes away. It's only 78 miles from Boulder to Palmer Lake. So Palmer Lake is down near Pike National Forest, where I ran a 50 miler in 2013 called the North Fork 50. Yes. So it's not far from there. So hey, I'm gonna see if I can get out there and do Ross's race, the 24 hours of. Yeah. We do a culture field trip.
Maybe pile in the van.
I can't do it. My daughter's getting married the day before.
Damn it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good, Fred. That's all right.
Love always wins. Love or ultra. It's like, I'm probably this year I'll choose ultra, but like, yeah, most years I would choose love.
Statistically. We have Jacques Sarbach.
Jacques. There was, you see this in more places now, but somebody had there are a lot of signs at the fair, and somebody had that one. Pain is just the French word for bread. So
that's true.
Jacques, right?
Is that a baguette in your pack, or are you happy to see me, Jacques?
Yeah, there you go. We have Jake Cocotin.
I saw him swim. He swam across a lake or something, right?
Jake did?
Yeah, I saw that on Strava.
No shit.
Jake from the lake.
Jake from the lake.
Jamie Myler.
sub 4, sub 9, podium, everything.
Yes. Got Jank. Got Jessica C. Randall. We have Jillian Ellefson. So what's up, Jillian? Joseph in the amazing Technicolor trail charts. I was just thinking of him because I was thinking of the Run Ragged and the whole balloon thing, right? Remember the balloon?
Oh, Joey had a balloon?
Anyone? He did. It was part of his part of the whole thing. It was like his friend.
That's right. It's like Alex's lemonade stand.
Wilson?
Or
Yeah.
It was kind of like his friend that he would talk to, like his Wilson, and say, Wilson, they're going to all fail. I know it. It's just you and me, Wilson. We're going to be last standing.
no, but I
right,
believe
Wilson?
Joey raise a ton of money for like Alex's lemonade stand or something at that race?
He did. I think he did. I like agreed to that very quickly. It seems like
Apologies if
true.
apologies if this is a similar organization, but I believe it was something of that. Yeah. It was many years ago. It was a half a decade ago, I think, guys.
It was.
Yeah.
That was
2019. 2019, I think.
Yeah, probably 2019, 2020 or 2019. It was pre-COVID.
I was going to say
BC.
That was BC. That was before COVID.
Yeah. We have Joseph Morris Rowe.
I was just explaining him to my daughter today. Like, there's this dude who ran all the streets in Manhattan. She was like, "That's a lot of streets," because she lives in Manhattan. You know,
Did he run First Avenue? Yes.
That's what she said. Did he run all the avenues too? I was like, yes. Yeah.
Did he Alphabet City? Yes. Okay. Did he run Delancey Street? Delancey Street. Okay. Justin Kowski. And I missed Justin Plotter. Too, right?
Yep.
So did Justin win a race this weekend or no?
Oh, I don't
Either
know anything
he won
about
a race or he didn't race, probably.
I'm just saying, it's statistically probable, Karen Plato. So I think Karen was a co-RD for Run Ragged, I think. Could be wrong. I know Stacy was involved there, but I think Karen was as well. So let's see. Our favorite action verb, we have Kelsey Yang. We have Lancelot.
Present participle, like Kelsey. Yeah.
Kelsey Yang.
Yes, that's a present participle.
Oh, I said it's an action verb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, what are you, a fucking thesaurus? I mean, what? That doesn't even make sense, all right?
Yeah. I went to grad school for English. I know things. Come on.
What are you, a librarian?
Library. Yeah. I really love the libraries.
We have Fast Cat Laura Ricci. We have Sophia Loren Endelman. Low dog.
Yeah.
I guess that means that the one that I pity the fool on teams 3.
That was probably
that?
Oak. Was that Oak?
Oh, could be.
Yeah, because he was on Team A. That was the Badwater Salton Sea.
Oh, okay.
And Team
okay.
A and Team B.
We got Lenny's mom.
No, did you say Leanne?
Leanne Zarger. I'm sorry, Laz,
who was
I'm like skipping
was
here.
at the fair, and she had some plush accommodations. She rented an RV, so she had a nice air conditioned RV at the fair. Good for her.
3 days at the RV at the fair.
Yeah, exactly. Lenny's mom.
Yeah.
Does she live in Georgia? Lenny's mom? Yeah, Lenny does, right? She must. Right?
Does that make sense, Jimmy?
I don't know what. I'm not.
Lenny's mom. Does she live in Georgia?
She does. She lives in near. She's actually very, very close to Chattanooga.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we were in what was the town we were in? Blue Ridge. So she was a little bit away, but yeah, she brought Lenny over, Jenna Gould, and we met Lenny, and Lenny is a sweetheart, and Jenna's a sweetheart too. And yeah, we had a fun party.
That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Before we went over to Corey's, we went to this orchard, Mercier Orchards, and bought tons of apple cider. So Bessic bought the hard ciders. I bought the soft ciders, I guess they're called, but they had like blueberry apple and like all these different flavors. And they had these fry pies. So basically it's an empanada. It's like they're like the Aldi's pies, but not terrible. like all these pies. Or just spit his water, dude. Yeah.
I got no, Jimmy, because after like all those pies that I got from Lake Warmug were gonna expire, so
Yeah.
I had to eat them.
Oh, no, you did
Oh my
not.
God.
You threw them in
Like-
fucking trash, dude.
I
I've
would've
been
just tossed
peeing
them.
cherry color. Is
Oh.
that bad?
I don't know. That's what
No.
happens when I eat beets, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, why is my pee all pink? So yeah, so we ate. So we got these they call them fry pies because they're like fried, deep fried.
Mm.
But we got peach ones because Georgia's known for peaches, right? Which I
Yeah.
thought was funny because like here's this apple orchard. I'm like, I don't think about Georgia apples. I think about Georgia peaches.
I
Like,
think Glastonbury apples.
yeah. So and we Ellie Pell just hit me back up and she said, I hope you slammed me. No, we love you, Ellie. Damn it. Ellie, we're gonna have to have a talk. We love you, Ellie Pell. Oh my God.
You're a national treasure.
Yeah. She just saw the email inviting her to the Zoom. She assumed it was for next week.
Because nobody could possibly be doing
I'm sorry. She
this
assumed it
late.
was for Wednesday.
That's great.
I mean, like, I don't be reading that shit either. So,
I know. I was going to text her to tell I was whatever. I
but
fucked
anyway,
up.
so this is so Jenna is where I find out all the stuff about the spring energy fiasco, right? The awesome sauce fiasco. Well, let's dive into this for 2 seconds here.
Yeah.
So another person independently tested these gels and got the same result. So apparently, like Sage Canaday wrote a letter to his boss because Sage has the canterbury, right? He has a flavor, as does Sally McRae, right? Sally has a flavor. They've been spring athletes for years, whatever. But apparently, like the dude has never gotten back to Sage, whatever. And Sagius is like a rad dude. I like Sage. He's such a running nerd. He loves running so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
and
did
that,
the right
like,
thing.
he's-
a good follow
so,
on
like,
socials too.
With the consensus we were talking yesterday, and the consensus is that Spring Energy is probably done as a company. So
Ooh.
I don't know. Can we be slandered for libel or
Well,
can we
no, I
sue
think
for slander or
the
libel by saying this?
responsible thing is to get
Red's
marathon
looking it up right now. He's like,
investigators.
Jimmy, you're fucked. You're getting us fucked.
Get marathon investigators to check them out and get them, and then we can cancel them and publicly shame them and get them to admit it. What they did, we'll
Well,
show pictures of them not putting calories in their
Nobody
gels.
ever, when that dude goes after somebody, like they never cop to it. They always double down.
Yeah, they do.
No, I fucking,
You know?
I know I shouldn't and if you you can't criticize somebody for criticizing somebody. I'm fucking doing it.
Okay.
Somehow it must.
Here's the thing: if Derek Murphy shows up at my door, I'd be like, "Fuck, what did I do?" Like,
I know. He's gonna say recent podcast host is actually a douche canoe champion.
Yeah.
Like he didn't actually win. He claims to have won the Hoppin' Hodges
Hoppin'
50K.
Hodges.
when
So
he
listen,
was the
you wanna hear
only
something?
participant in it.
me and Bessick were talking about this, and Bessick was like, "Are all your 100-milers up on Strava?" And I was like, "Actually, no, dude. Eastern states, I couldn't get my GPS to connect, so I have no record." I'm in the results, obviously, but I have no record on Strava of me ever doing Eastern states. I think I typed it in by hand, whatever, 31 hours and 45 minutes or whatever it was. And like I think I ballparked the elevation gain, but like there's no GPS track on there on Strava for me. So if Derek came looking, be like, "Well, let's see here," I'd be like, "Well, obviously that was the race I learned about Desitin at, and that's like legendary because my butthole fell apart." So
Oh, that's right. You had the rebuilding of the butthole.
yeah, at mile 39 of Eastern states. That's when I learned the most
course.
valuable ultra
There's
running
a
lesson of
plaque.
my life.
There's a plaque behind the tent, behind the pavilion. On this spot 7 years ago,
I knew that the guy
Jimmy's
at the aid
butthole was
station,
repaired.
the guy at the aid station who was going to help me out, he started putting rubber gloves on, and I was like, "Whoa, buddy."
Oh, it's very firm.
You
So,
seem
I was like,
like
"Are you a
nice guy.
doctor?" I was like, "Are you a doctor?" He's like, yeah." And I was
Yeah, kind of.
yeah, right, Freddie. Right.
I got a white van. That's got to count for something.
Anyway, let's tie this conversation up. Lenny's mom is a sweetheart, and
Oh, yeah.
nice to finally meet Jen in person. We've been internet friends for many, many years, so yeah.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, you want me to take it over? Okay.
Yeah, why don't you take it over?
Liz Vicious 30.
Yeah.
Macho man. You've got to be a macho
man.
Mark W. Kelly. The W is for winning because that's what my man's does.
It's Mark.
I believe. So I believe Mark, Tyler, and Clarice went and did the All Trails Challenge at West Rock the other day. I haven't heard from them yet, but I have swag for you guys. If you did it, Send me your GPS files and I'll fucking send you guys swag. I have shit.
What do you
for
get?
I got Stefan made me medals. And I don't have the website anymore. I let the website go. But I know like Justin Kowski, me, Christian Dockham, Dexter Gordon, Celeste.
Somebody else?
Oh God. Yeah, two other women did it together. I forget their Hannah and so sorry. Sarah, Ludi, and I forget Hannah's last name. So I think we have 3 women have done it, and like 5 or 6 dudes have done it.
Yeah.
Art, you did it, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I sent you swag, right? Did I send you swag?
I don't know. It's
right.
Jimmy, you're my swag.
It's not on your wall. I'm your swag.
You're my swag, Jimmy.
That's my new nickname, Swaggy J.
Swaggy J. That's my gangster rap name.
Let's go, fam.
Marty. This is Mark. What? Kelly.
Mark what?
Mark what?
Marty Duchow.
Marty Duchow.
Yeah. Matt Nilsson, hell of a guitar player, hell of a musician. Mike Ko.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Michael Lopresti Foshizi. Michael Lopresti.
Good.
Michelle Pom Pom O'Neill. She was down crewing.
Yep. She was
Tobias, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard did she stitch them together?
No.
She could have if she had.
No, but I think she might have. Remember when you were a kid and you fall down, your mom would put some spit in it. I think she might have put some mom spit in it.
Or some crazy glue.
A little dirt.
No, crazy glue. She probably tried Elmer's, right?
There were like kids I grew up with that like their moms didn't do that for them, and I'd be like, yeah, my mom just put some spit in it, and people are like, ew, your mom's spit in your cut, and I'm like, I thought that's what moms are supposed to do, because the amylase, isn't there the enzyme amylase in your spit that like helps clot the blood, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so moms know this shit.
Wada's ruled against that.
Any kid who got a cut and his mom didn't do that for them, sorry about your childhood trauma. Hit me up. Let's talk about it.
And I tested negative. All right. Yeah. I tested. Forget it.
Microscopic porcupine.
There you go.
Miles Victors.
Oh, fuck.
Right, Miles.
To the Miles
Mommy
belongs
Craigery.
to Victors.
Oh, is this Craig? Craig from the 169? I know Craig.
Yeah.
Craig was,
Mommy, he was
right?
instructed to call himself Mommy Craigery by you know who.
By Celeste. Yeah. I think they called him Auntie Craig or something like that, right? Or Mommy Craig. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Love you, dude. I love you.
The anti-Craig.
Monkey Stuffer. Love you too, Monkey Stuffer. How you been, Reagan?
I gotta read. She sent me something about manscaping.
Oh, okay.
So
let's skip. I'm gonna skip number 82.
I guess can I say that, or was that supposed to be private? Whoops.
Go ahead. Nat Zilski.
Fucking really? None.
Nat Zilski. Nicole Carey.
There's just a minute.
Pete KO. We got Pete and Mike giving us money. We got all that KO money, dude.
Yeah, the KO money coming in.
Sick, bros. I love you, bros.
That's right.
Powered by Pop-Tarts. Robert Jeffers, where you been all my life, my homie? I'm gonna slide up in his DMs right now, actually. Say hi. Rebecca Gonzalez Kreisberg.
That's right. So 7/10 of her donation is secret. It's hidden underwater.
Okay. Richard runs trails on YouTube, finishes Traveler 100. YouTube. I went to Arkansas and all I got was a 100-mile finish. So that's one of the 12 states I have. I've never been to Arkansas. That's one of the 12 states I have not yet been to. We were talking about states that we went to. And as close as I was to Tennessee, I've never been to Tennessee. So there we go.
So
I went to Tennessee once.
I heard Fred, I heard you had a nice vacation in Tennessee.
Yeah, I had a little vacation without a car, they call it. Yeah.
I spent a week there one day, right?
Well, so that the quote, what your wife said to you,
Ohio.
well, I always think about what your wife said to you was like, Fred, if you drop her, we're gonna have to come back and do this next year. And you were like sheepishly like, yeah. And that got you back out there. I'm like, that is the best motivation. Your wife is awesome.
she's very organized. So she said, all right, here's what you do. Like take a nap and like, it'll all look better afterwards because you're not dropping, so well, it worked.
Yep. So, okay, who we got next here? Rob the Bear Breckenridge.
Bare ass Breckenridge.
Ron Lacondro. Ross Belak. What is his McDonald's Friday streak at?
He's double cutting it too,
Oh, he's doing a double cut. That's right.
Double cut. Yeah.
End to end to end. The out and back.
the
Cut out and back.
The out and back cut.
There you go.
Rufus and Brenda Chafee Fortin Chafee Chocolatey Chicken. Oh, it's like the chocolatey chicken that have a drumstick in your. That's Bare Naked Ladies, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, run the. Oh, sorry.
The finger licking. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Is that a reference to that?
I think so. The Chinese chicken, something like that. I forget what it is now. Fuck,
No.
listen to that song. So then I'm going to go down to Bare Naked. They have about
6 days at the fair for you.
All right. Run the Whites at midnight. Okay. Are you asking or are you telling? Okay.
Or bragging.
Rusty Red Wagon.
Back and better than ever. Horses
Daniel Dibdall.
on submarines.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, wait, I know who that is. That's Rob Sawyer, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Sam Dibdall. Sandy Bartell, my favorite librarian. Sarah Porras. Actually, my niece is a librarian now, so Sandy, sorry. Second favorite librarian. Sarah Porras, crewing and suing.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Johnson, my dude.
That's big Scott Johnson.
Big Scott Johnson. He's a big dude. Yeah. Simon C. Edgett. What was the C? Cornelius?
That's rumor has it.
Yeah.
Rumor has it.
What is this? Sco Buffs?
Buffs.
That's Big Steve. That's Big Steve.
Slurpee Runner. Hold up. That's me.
Slurpee Runner.
Actually, that dude is from Pennsylvania.
So, Jimmy, you heard that whole story, no?
What story?
So
Runner.
he was inspired by the 7-Eleven Slurpee Run and did his own version of it, and then did it as a fundraiser, so it's like a thing, and he's gotten kids involved, and they've gotten together, really? And they met each other, and they got married, and they had children, and all that's because of you. No, seriously. I'm sorry, that's an exaggeration, but he did a run because he was inspired. He heard about your run. I'll dig out the story. And
really? I see Scotty. Wait, did I just see Scotty's organizing? Like they're doing something at like Quick or like there's the Midwestern ones that they're doing a run between Quicks or something like that.
Oh, who's copying who now, huh?
It doesn't matter. You know what, dude? It's guys, listen, we're all one, okay? The quicker we all realize that, the quicker we'll stop fucking killing each other, okay? We are all one.
Can't we all just go to Aldi's?
Yes. Steep Endurance, that's Brian Vanderheiden. He's got the Mine Hill race and gravel bike races this weekend. They need volunteers. Get this out before Thursday so he can get some volunteers, dude.
Pressure.
Just put it out
it
tonight.
Is Monday,
though. Don't edit it. Just put it right out, dude. Let's go live. Stephen Estremera.
Extrema.
Ty. 10 junk miles. Get some while supplies last.
That's right.
The Blue Hills contingent. Ooh.
Contagion. Yes. Yeah. So thanks, Mike, for reaching out there. Yeah, cool. That's another field trip we got to take.
Blue Hills.
I feel Blue like Hills a big imposter because I've never run the Blue Hills.
I have. It's crazy.
That's what I'm hearing. So
yeah, dude. I did like an 8 mile, did like 4 out and 4 back, and it broke me. And this was years ago when I was kind of just getting into trail running, but back probably 2012, it messed me up.
So is it like Sleeping Giant or?
Yeah, but it might actually have more climbing, dude.
Really?
I think
that's something.
Yeah, I think an out and back on there is really a lot. Ben Nephew had the FKT, I think, for ages, and I remember reading his write up about it, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" And I went and did, and it just was I didn't budget time correctly, and I was thinking "Oh yeah, whatever, I'll run 12-minute miles or something like that," and I got broke off severely. Yeah.
Crying out in the woods with no headlamp.
I was crying, audibly crying. I think I wore road shoes too. I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. What the hell?
I wore my New Balance 1400s.
Oh no, even worse. I was probably wearing those New Balance trail slippers I used to wear.
That's the 1400s, Jimmy.
Is that what they were? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about the trail shoes that Anton Kropitschka, those Minimus, the New Balance Minimus.
Oh, less is more.
They were legit ballerina slippers.
Yes.
Remember
the ones with the little flat spots on them. They were little pod octagon things.
Exactly. They had little Yeah.
It gives you the feel for the trail. So if you feel the rocks, you won't hurt yourself. What?
I don't know if
That's what
that's
they
true.
say.
That's
Fuck,
not true
that's
at
a
all.
lie.
Not true at all. Yeah. Those cause. I know other people like, oh, those shoes gave me plantar fasciitis. I'm like, I don't know if that gave you plantar fasciitis,
Well,
but I feel you on this.
but there is something about run. I have to say that when you run in those, you don't. I never slipped in those things because
No, they had Vibrams, so they had really good outsoles. And when I was living in California, that's the thing. I was living in California, and those trails are carpets. I was showing Bessick and Will like where I used to run in the redwoods, and I'm like, look at these trails. You can roll like wheelchairs out on them, dude. They're like that nice. Like they're
Whoa.
graded, like and there's no rocks and roots because it's horse culture, dude. They take everything off of those trails. The trail work people out there are insane. So
That's right. He's
yeah.
gonna trip. He's gonna trip. Get rid of that root.
Let's keep moving here. The Lazarus Crew.
Oh yeah.
You can't kill them; they will always return. Tom the Destroyer Staradai.
Destroyer.
Tony D. Damasio.
To the D.
Ultra Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Walt
He's got-
Hamer.
So you've
No,
seen
sorry.
his map, right, Jimmy?
Oh, dude, he's insane.
Yeah,
He is.
You're
He's
doing the
practically
cut.
giving
I mean
his
that in the
miles
best
away.
possible way. I mean that. Andy Cable, you are one of the coolest humans, dude.
Mm.
Walt Hamer.
At the
Oh, yeah.
fair. Lives right
William,
here.
keep running, bro, on YouTube horror. So I got to hang out with Will this whole weekend. I've hung out with Will a bunch lately, or not lately, but like I've hung out with Will, over the years, whatever. He's one of the raddest humans ever. And I cannot wait to have that dude on next week. Him and Bessick. That's gonna be fun, dude. And then
Yeah.
last but never least is Mike Cook, aka the Mike Cook that's in the rear.
Oh yeah.
I
was
saw he posted something on Strava like a couple days ago. He was like running out in Nevada.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Lots of good.
Wait, he lives,
So thank
wait,
you.
doesn't Mike live? Mike lives in Tahoe, right? Or
Yeah.
Cook, you live in
Yeah, he
Tahoe?
does.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that area. Yeah.
West of Philadelphia. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Wait, west of Philadelphia.
The Wild West.
Oh wait, Freddie, did you see any of the footage from the Dead and Company at the Sphere?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I know. I'll be there, but not for like 6 weeks, but it's gonna be
Okay, you're gonna do the next run. All right.
Oh, I
Doing
Wait,
like
they're doing another
July-
run this weekend, and then they're doing runs in July or June
I'm
or
doing
July,
like
right?
July 11th, I think I'll be out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweet.
Wow. So I do want to say thank you to all our Patreons. It's nice because you know what, you throw your name there, we fuck it up, and then all of a sudden when we see your name again, it's like, oh, who is that person? What are they doing? And through the years we've gotten to know quite a few of you guys, and it's it's one of the unforeseen benefits of the show. When we did this, I thought it would be just sitting around talking with my friends, which is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not minimizing that, but then to also get to know lots of other people is it's a really cool thing. So thank you. And that's lots of fun. Keep doing what you're doing and let us know what you're doing, because let me know twice too. That can never hurt. So I guess like next week we're going to be talking about a little bit more about Cruel Jewel, which should be fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know, any closing arguments, guys?
I got my 2,500 mile lifetime award at the fair,
Awesome.
notwithstanding the fact that I only did 61 miles. I clicked over 2,500, which is this like clock that's made by Dave Lettieri, who's a glass artist. So it's kind of cool.
Very good. Congratulations.
Don't say you did only. Come on, Fred. You're
That's
still
like-
a badass.
How many days have you worked out the total time that it took you to do that?
No, but that's my 15th fair, but like I did a 24, I did a bunch of 3 days, I did 3 6 days, and then I did.
Okay, so your homework for next episode is to tell us how long it took you to do that, because the reason is this. I'm interested in finding that out, because if you think about 2,500 miles, it's basically for a good for a good, very active runner, that's like 2,500 miles is that's a decent year in my book. I mean, maybe for you streakers, that's nothing, but right? I mean, that's
It's not
25.
it's still decent. 25.
Yeah,
Like
I'd
6
say
miles a
there's
day.
been more years that I haven't done 25 than I have. I usually do about that, or something like that. Somebody's going to check my Strava and say he's full of shit. Call marathon investigator. But throw him off. He's a fucking liar. He lies. He exaggerates his running.
Oh, wait a minute. The people who say that, why do they always have such high voices? They never say like throw him off.
Yeah, red rum. Oh my god. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to next week. And I'm also, so I had this big slice in my heel, and I just got back to running now, like just a little bit. I ran 2 days ago. I ran 6 miles over the bridge. The new bridge in Glastonbury that they finally connected the pedestrian bridge
They
to.
did it?
And
Route 3 bridge, you can actually.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Wow.
And I did like a run out into Wethersfield. There's a nice loop that I did out there,
Cool.
and then came back to
Ooh.
Glastonbury. So,
Okay.
and
You could probably
wouldn't
run
you-
across the bridge and go down to the ferry and take the ferry back across, right?
you could definitely do that, because it leads right to the meadows there. So that's what the
Huh.
loop is that you go out, and then when you get off of the bridge, you kind of make a right and go into the meadows, and then loop your way around to Old Wethersfield. Just touch it for a little bit, and you kind of work your way back. So lots of fun. But here's the weird thing, completely unrehearsed or planned. The first time I ever went across that bridge was with my BFF, Rick O'Toole. He and I ran it right when they first did the bridge, and nobody was allowed to go up there, and somebody left the gate unlocked. And so we went up there and went over and crossed the bridge, right? Despite all the signs and everything. So we had checked it out there. So this was the first legitimate time that I'd been across the bridge. And running back, who do I run into? But Rick's out there walking with his wife, and it's raining. It was like a miserable day, but I went out there for a run and bumped into Rick. So it was kind of funny that there weren't a lot of people out on that day. So pretty cool stuff, and coincidences in the world here. So
Very nice.
yeah.
Hell's yeah.
So I guess thank you for everybody who listened tonight. And guys, thanks for spending the time tonight. That was a lot of fun. Kind of talking about the different stuff, and talking about our Patreon. So to our listeners, if you've made it this far, of course, seek professional help, and we will see you all in a mile
and a half.
All right. All right. Okay. So, Magic 8-Ball question. Fuck. I gotta come up with questions. I already asked it one question. Fred, do you have a Magic 8-Ball question?
I do.
Yes, please.
Jimmy gonna get some rest tonight?
Is Jimmy gonna get some rest tonight? Let's see. Magic 8-Ball says, reply hazy, try again.
Ooh,
All right.
Jimmy.
Okay, fine. Is Spring Energy going to have to fold as a company?
Oh, is Spring Energy gonna have to fold as a company?
Do they recover from this bullshit?
Okay, let's see. Sometimes the Magic 8-Ball equivocates a lot. Its answer this time is yes. Fucking one word answer.
Wow.
That was the consent. That was the consensus yesterday. Corey
It
was
is,
like,
yeah.
they're done. They have to be
It's
done. We were like, yeah, you can't say that you have 45 grams of carbs. We were talking think of all the athletes that have used Spring over the years, and they get to 100K and all of a sudden they fucking bonk, and it's then they're gonna miss out on all kinds of podium, especially if they were going to be on the podium.
Yeah. they lose their girlfriend and this, and then
sponsorship,
Susie Mary Rottencrotch doesn't want to marry anymore.
Like we were like, how do you recover from this? Like, how do you say that? And they only had like 16 or 17 grams of carbs in, like, they were trying to say that it had 180 calories, it's 45 grams of carbs, and it was natural carbs, and it's all real applesauce, and like blah blah blah. Like what? And it's like, I don't know. Like how do you get it that wrong? How do you not have it like independently tested, like in the prototype phases, like while you're working it out? Like wouldn't you? Isn't that something you'd want to do? Like what kind of quality control? I don't know. This is why like Goos, all those other ones, Power Bar, Goo, and like all, like they taste like shit, but like they fucking work. Like
sometimes it's like when you buy the cereal and there's not that much in the box. It's like rounding error, It's like, they're allowed to like say, oh yeah, it like, it has, even elevators, they don't even most of the time make them go as fast as they are rated to go, because it's like you're allowed to make them go less than that.
Well, also when it's like, do not put more than like 2,500 pounds in this thing. I'm sure it's like 3,000, but they say that so motherfuckers don't try to overload it, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So
okay.
A lot of elevators most of them have like 5 hoist ropes, cables holding them. So the factor is, anytime you have that, in most cases, the elevator's you're able to hold it with 1 cable, even if you have 5 cables there.
Oh wow!
You gotta hold it. It might hold it might break traction, but
that makes me feel better. So you got 4. You got a 1 main one, and then what? 4 fail safes, kind of, or?
Well, yeah. It's also about traction, because if you had just 1 cable, it would probably slip through the pulley and kind of wear down, like a shiv that's up there. So it would kind of wear through that, and it would wear out that rope very quickly. So you have multiple ropes, but there's always a factor of safety. And then even if all the cables break, there's still another cable, like a governor cable, that is attached, and it spins a wheel every time it moves. This cable spins like a governor, and if that governor spins out like a centripetal governor, it will hit a switch, and then that will stop it. Like some dogs will hold on to that cable, and then that'll set a safety on the car and jam into the rails and hold the car up.
Okay.
So you're pretty safe. It's very, like, the only time elevators, like, not the only time, but primarily, like, the times that elevators have fallen is, it's usually something extremely catastrophic. Like 40 Wall Street once had in the fog, like a big bomber plane, a warplane hit the building, and one of the engines went through the building and through the elevator shaft, cut the governor cable and all the hoist cables, and the car fell. And I think the person broke their legs. I think that happened at the Empire State Building as well. And then some other obvious examples of, much bigger shit happening. But that's typically what's happening there. It'll fail every once in a while, but but that's pretty rare. Usually pretty safe. So
that's good to know.
I think like 100 years ago, or even more, the head of some big elevator company got in an elevator and had them cut the main cable just to show that it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention that person's name, but that's the safety elevator. Yeah. So, but we're not going to mention their name because I'm not giving them free.
Not on your work computer, for God's sake.
Right. Yeah. You're gonna get called into your boss's office tomorrow now.
I know. No, Art. Yeah, we heard you were bad mouthing that other company that we don't mention. But see, I didn't mention names. I didn't say shit. And I'm not speaking as a representative of any company, except for the company that provides elevators on the Cut 112. Because we do have 2 elevators in that. So I just want people to know that those elevators are safe, allegedly. Safe-ish.
Yeah.
Safe-ish. Mostly safe. Yeah.
Not that I would accept responsibility.
You're
riding on your own risk, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At your own risk. And, you're
doing the whole thing under your own risk. Actually, it's not even a thing. It doesn't even exist. It's not even real.
That's right.